Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and today we're gonna make a soup because, like I said, I love soups. Nothing can make soup like the Instant Pot can, and well, frankly, it's soup season. I've seen so many flus going around, so I've been saying, make my chicken noodle soup. You know, make the roasted garlic soup. That's good for you when you have a cold. And now I have a really healthy soup. That's a classic soup. That's an Italian soup that so many people just absolutely love. It's basically mixing vegetable soups together with a little bit of pasta. Guys, what else are we talking about here? A minestrone soup. Oh, I love a minestrone soup. It is something special. It has practically every delicious vegetable you'd want in a soup, as well as a lovely tomato-based vegetable broth. And then we put in a little bit of pasta at the end. It's adorable. You're gonna be super satisfied. It's super easy, and it is super incredibly satisfying and delicious. So guys, let's mangia and go right into the Instant Pot and make some delicious classic minestrone soup. So, let's begin with one large Spanish onion and dice it up. Now let's take one small zucchini, or courgette. They call them that in Europe, like courgette. It looks like cougar, but French courgette. Whatever. It's one small zucchini, also diced up into little quarters like this. Now I want to take one large carrot, peel it, and then just like the zucchini, also dice them up into sizably chunky little quarters like this. See? And now let's take 2 stalks of celery and slice those up as well, just like this. Alright? Okay, moving on. So now I'm gonna go to the Instant Pot and I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So now let's go down to our Instant Pot control panel and hit the saute function and adjust so it's on the more or the high setting, and then we're gonna give it some heat and wait until that reads hot. And now that it says hot, our oil should be the same, and now let's toss our vegetables into it. And once the oil is nice and heated, we're going to add in our bouquet of vegetables that we've prepped before, our onions, our zucchini, our carrots, and our celery. And we're gonna coat everything in the oil, and we're gonna let it saute in the pot for about 5 minutes. Just stir everything around initially, make sure everything's coated with the oil. We give our vegetables a stir every so often. You're gonna see they're gonna start to feel a little softened, and the color is gonna be getting even a little darker, and it's gonna start smelling incredible. The heat releases all of the flavors. Alright, and now that that's all nice and mixed together, we're going to add in our broth. I'm going to be pouring in 6 cups of vegetable broth, or I'm using 6 cups of water mixed with 6 teaspoons, or 2 tablespoons, same difference, of vegetable better than bouillon. But you can just use 6 cups of vegetable broth if you want as well, but I really like the better than bouillon. And now let's give everything a stir in the pot. And now I'm also going to add in one 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, as well as one 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes. This gives it a little bit of a tomato body in there. Now I want to add in 2 different cans of beans. I want to add in one 15.5-ounce can of cannellini beans and one 15.5-ounce can of red kidney beans, drained and rinsed. And let's add those to the pot and give it all a nice good stir. And finally, let's add some seasonings to the mix. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, a half a teaspoon of dried thyme, a teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt. And give that all a nice good stir so all of our spices are combined into our broth. Now, like I said, minestrone soup isn't only a vegetable soup, but it's also a pasta soup. So we're gonna also add in a little bit of pasta of your choice. Use a small noodle. I'm using this stuff that's called pipette, and it has like a little opening here and a closing on the other end. It's almost like if a mini macaroni witnessed a nuclear meltdown. Does that make sense? And this is the results of it. But still, I think it's adorable. You can also use ditalini pasta, which is the same pasta that I use in my pasta fagioli. But this stuff, pipette, is really good. And I'm gonna add in 1 cup of it. And then stir that in. I also want to add in a 9 to 10 ounce box of frozen cut green beans. And there you go. But don't let any of the paper from the box fall in there. If that happens, take it out of the soup. And now I want to add in some baby spinach. I'm going to add in about a 5-ounce bag of it, okay? And I'm just going to lay it on the top of the soup. Just like this, because we're getting close to the top here, and we actually don't have to worry about this. If it feels like, oh no, there's too much, spinach cooks down into absolutely nothing. So just put it in there, and you are going to be fine. Perfect, and we go right to the brim on this 6 quart, which is absolutely perfect. The liquid is a little bit below. We're going to be just fine. So if you have an 8 quart, you can also do it in there. But this is going to be fantastic, guys. Let's get that lid on top. Secure my lid and make sure I am in sealing position. I'm going to come back down to the pot and hit keep warm cancel, and then I'm going to hit the manual or the pressure cook button depending on your model here, and I'm just going to go down on this, guys, for a simple 5 minutes. 5 minutes on high pressure. That's all we're doing. It's going to take a little bit of time to come to pressure because there's a lot of liquid in there, but be patient. It's going to be incredible. and our pin just popped up. Now, because there's so much liquid in this pot, guys, it's gonna take between 10 to 20 minutes for that to happen, so just be patient. It's gonna get there eventually. Now that we're done, we're gonna do a quick release, and be patient with this quick release. It's a lot of liquid in there, so it might take a few minutes. And the pin just dropped, so let's take the lid off. And there's our beautiful soup, guys. Look at that, the spinach again, you're just gonna stir it in, it's gonna turn into nothing. And there we have it, guys, our beautiful minestrone soup. Look at that, with our pasta perfectly cooked and all these veggies galore. Talk about an ultimately hearty and full minestrone. Look at this, we are looking stunning. Look at all those vegetables in there. We have the spinach, the onion, the beans, the carrots, the celery, the zucchini. It's everything you could want in a minestrone soup, and then some. Okay, so now let's transfer some of this perfection to a bowl and serve it up. All right, here we go, right into the bowl. The soup is absolutely loaded with goodies. And there we have it. And now I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of Parmesan. And I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of it throughout the top of my soup. Alright, and now we are ready to serve. And look at how gorgeous this is, guys. Look at this soup. Just full of everything you'd want in a minestrone. Classic. Alright, let's try it out. Time for soup. Oh boy. Look at this, guys. Look at this minestrone soup. Yes, it makes me want to sing some stereotypical songs, you know? Oh, sole mio. Ah, si, signori, signorina. This is just something else. This is an incredibly wonderful minestrone soup. It's not too heavy, yet it is full of incredible things in there. Healthy things, all things that are good for you. Completely vegetarian and vegan as well, as long as you don't add the cheese. It's super good for you, and you're not going to be any more satisfied than you are with this soup. Now, if you don't want the pasta, you just simply leave it out. No need to add it, but I love a minestrone with pasta. It's kind of a staple to it, but if you leave it out, it's just simply an amazing vegetable soup. And everything is literally cooked to perfection. The vegetables aren't super mushy, but they're not crunchy either. They're literally just Goldilocks right. You know, I love it when a soup isn't only incredible in terms of flavor and satisfaction in terms of the appetite, when at the same time it's super healthy for you. It's satisfying and it's great for the waistline. You know, everything in moderation, but if you're trying to lose some weight or watch yourself, make this soup. It's super healthy, and you can also, of course, use reduced sodium vegetable broth as well. Just the best. Guys, if you like these videos and you like easy to follow recipes with tons of them and more coming constantly, go to PressureLoveCooking.com and subscribe to the newsletter. You can save any recipe on Pinterest there, and it's really very simple. Go to Facebook.com/PressureLoveCooking and like the page for all updates when recipes come out, for tips, for humor, for live sessions. If you have any questions, you can ask me there. I'm responsive. And of course, subscribe to me on YouTube at Pressure Luck, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. I have all that stuff. Guys, thank you so much again for all of your support. It never goes underappreciated. And I'm telling you, in this very moment in time, this minestrone ain't no phony.